velocity, and Tata edge. The high caliber of our innovation is par excellence. Learning creatively and practically make our classrooms open to questioning and challenges. And we love the friendly approach of our faculty. We enjoy a supportive study environment, high in our chosen goals and careers.
The Presidential Orchestra. You will soon hear the Presidential Orchestra playing the traditional shlokas in the background during the lighting of the lamp. This instrumental ensembles mixes with a family of guitar, drums and keyboard, accompanied by the voices of our presidential nightingales. The orchestra on stage is ready to set the tempo of the evening. Special our very own Presidential Orchestra to the audience this evening. VASUDHAIVA KUTUMBAKAM open, I request our dignitaries to kindly take their seat on the dais. I request Mrs. Purnima to kindly escort Mrs. Shilpa Pradhan to the seat to view the rest of the program. The lamp will stay lit throughout the ceremony. The flame of lamp always burns upwards, signifying that only knowledge should be acquired that takes us towards higher needs. A big applause to the wonderful team of musicians who set the stage alive and melodious singing. A huge round of applause for the Presidential Orchestra. Thank you.
Good evening, one and all. I take the privilege to address such an august gathering on such a ceremonious evening. This is my own relative, and that is a stranger. It's the reasoning of the narrow-minded, who only live for themselves and forget that world is nothing but a family. VASUDHAIVA KUTUMBAKam, the whole world is one family, is the theme of the day. What a reason to gather, but will give us his presence. The special guest, Commodore Girish R. Pradhan, Commanding Officer, INS Kalinga, Visakhapatnam, members of VRT 77 and Papa Home. Above all,
it's a great honor being here, participating in annual day function of Presidential School, on which you are having a lot of confidence, and you have sent your children to this institution. As you have already heard that I am from a small village, and I have been educated in the elementary schools and Jilla Parishad High School. I only wanted to give this background interest, but if you give them pressure to perform in that class and to be in the top, always, definitely it will put tremendous pressure on the child, and maybe his natural talent may die down, and sometimes we are seeing disastrous results, and also seeing mind and soul into the preparation. But only thing is, once we understand their capability, let us understand to see what best they can do, and encourage them to improve on their
friends, and above all, the adorable and cheerful students of this prestigious school. A very warm and lovely evening to all of you. I am really delighted to stand in front of you and to feel and experience the enthusiasm, the energy and the joy which is filled in this auditorium. It is really my proud privilege and to be here among all of you to share these moments which are really special to our hearts. I know it is very difficult and it's very challenging to organize any event on this scale. It really takes a lot of hard work, a lot of efforts and a detailed planning. And I would like to wish each one of you who have been instrumental in visualizing and scripting and conceptualizing this evening's events. And my best wishes to all the students who are going to perform on stage and off stage. It's really credible that they have this energy in spite of their busy curriculum and academic schedule. It's always a moment of joy for all the parents to see their child perform on stage in a colorful costume. So I'd like to wish all the parents all the best, and I hope they enjoy this evening. Since I got this opportunity to speak to the parents and teachers alike, I would like to take this opportunity to thank
that his son or daughter should get an IIT seat. Very good. But it should be a desire or ambition of the student not the parent. If the student desires, the student has a burning desire that he should get a medical seat or engineering seat, IIT seat or civil services seat.
I also invite Mrs. Jayashree from Papa Home to join us on the dais. We will now have the presentation of the food bank project, the proceeds of which will contribute to the good and welfare of Papa Home. Turn, hand over the check to Papa Home. What a magnanimous contribution and humanitarian effort from the children of Papa Home. Mrs. Sri Lakshmi and Mrs. Priyanka handing over the check of 3,50,000 to our chief guest, who will in turn present it to President Papa Home. Thank you, sirs.
Dreamed of one glorious world, free, united, and strong. Leaders who dreamed of one people, one nation, and one flag, who believed that no matter what our destinies, the dream is one. Between the show, we have 6 powerful ideals of 6 great leaders stood to live and die for. Their dreams relate to our theme and sub-themes this evening. VASUDHAIVA KUTUMBAKAM is a Sanskrit phrase found in Maha Upanishad, which means the world is one single family, which is our central theme this evening. This address to world leaders at the World Leaders Energy Summit. The President said that peace was the factor that made this world a family. Presenting grade 11 with Jean Manuel Santos's address.
President Manuel also said, war must never be considered under any circumstance an end in itself. It is merely a means, but a means that we must always strive to avert.
Humanizing war does not just mean limiting its cruelty, but also recognizing your opponent as an equal, as a human being.
Let us together conquer a planet that could provide peace for its growing population and at the same time preserve the environment that enables us to enjoy. This is Jean Manuel's most touching speech delivered on humanizing war. Thank you very much.
Ancient superpower, the country of Sanatan Dharma, the country of ancient science, the country which was forgotten by the world, the country which even today is misrepresented by the world media, has shown to the world in just a matter of a few decades what they are able to achieve in space or IT, by reaching the Mars, but also by reaching out to the hearts and souls of the people around the world. The ancient India and the India of today teaches us all that the world is one big family.
splendid performance. Wow, that was a great performance by dancers of grade 8. How beautifully was the theme VASUDHAIVA KUTUMBAKam conveyed. A huge round of applause for grade 8 of Sindhamadar campus.